What's going on, guys? Today we are talking about the one, the only Thorn Exotic Handcannon making its return in Destiny 2. And if you're like me and never really got a chance to use Thorn in D1, then this is the moment you've been waiting for. So in today's video, we're going to be covering what's different with this weapon in comparison to D1, how this weapon stacks up against other top hand cannons in the game, and lastly, my overall thoughts on this weapon's viability in the Crucible. Jumping right into it, guys, Thorn is a 150 RPM hand cannon with the exotic perk Mark of the Devourer. Rounds pierce targets and deal damage over time. Kills with this weapon leave behind remnants. So Thorn does 60 damage to the head and 43 to the body. Mark of the Devourer will tick 2 damage 4 times, which means theoretically you're able to effectively kill an enemy with 2 headshots and 1 body. But what about these remnants? So remnants are the green orbs you see after killing enemies with Thorn, and when you pick up these remnants, it triggers Soul Devourer, and this perk first of all partially refills your magazine with up to +4 ammunition, which, considering that this hand cannon has only 9 shots per magazine, is huge. Quick note though, if you're a warlock, I highly recommend running transversive steps. Outside of them being one of the best overall exotics for warlocks in general, with Thorn it's helpful because you can limit the amount of time you're reloading with that smaller magazine size. Moving on to the second benefit of Soul Devourer, which is strengthens Mark of the Devourer, and this lasts about 6 seconds. This increases the damage over time from Mark of the Devourer from 2 to 7, but does not increase the damage from the Thorn shots themselves, just the damage over time. This perk effectively allows us to 2-tap our enemies if, big if, their resilience is low enough, which is pretty awesome. Another important note is that remnants do stack in terms of the duration that you have Soul Devourer. So if I pick up 2 remnants relatively close to each other, the perk Soul Devourer will be active for 10 seconds or so, but the damage does not stack. So whether you pick up 1 or 6 remnants close together, the damage over time will only be 7 when Soul Devourer is active. So how does this weapon stack up against Ace of Spades and Not Forgotten? Those are my 2, golden hand cannons, the ones when I'm trying out new hand cannons that I compare to. Well, guys, I have to be honest, it's a very different playstyle than either of those hand cannons, and the reason I say that is because of the range. Thorn has a range stat of 54 in comparison to Ace of Spades, which has a range of 86, and Not Forgotten with a range of 74. So because of that increased damage fall off, it forces you to play a little closer, and that brings you right within the range of the yin to the yang of this weapon, the last word. So by no means is it a deal breaker, and I still enjoy using this gun, and it's a lot of fun to use. But I wouldn't place it at the top of my list of best hand cannons because of that decreased range. You have to play within the confines of this weapon in order for it to perform optimally. Now, the second thing this weapon struggles with is recoil, and this is coming from someone who plays on PC. Now, the stats state as a recoil direction of 100, so maybe it's not the recoil but something with the model of the weapon, because as you shoot this beast, it seems to kick up and to the right, and the model of the weapon just tends to cause you to lose your sights a little bit. So it can be very easy with this weapon to be rattling shots off like crazy and only land your initial shot. So it's something you gotta sometimes be pacing your shots depending on the scenario, and just make sure you're just really focusing in on your aim here, because it can really get lost quickly, especially with how fast this gun shoots. So overall, guys, would I recommend this weapon in the Crucible? Yes, it's super fun to use, and when you activate Soul Devourer, you can be super aggressive and melt people down with that increased damage over time. This weapon looks sick, it feels snappy. You just need to remember to pace your shots to adjust for that recoil and make sure you're playing within the range of this weapon, and you will find success in the Crucible. But let me know in the comments below if you've gotten your Thorn, how you're enjoying it, or if you're close, how close are you? I know that quest was a grind, especially the Crucible part. So let me know how it's going for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.